theory would suggest that there, at some stage, there may well be some inflationary pressures as a result of, when you have some of the substantial supports that have been provided. But I think at this point in time, inflation is I won't say the least of our worries, but it's certainly considerably down the scale in terms of the threats to the economy at this point in time. And don't forget that just before the financial crisis in 2007, the ECB made what is now regarded as a terrible mistake of increasing interest rates just as the crisis was about to hit. So I think we have to be very wary of that. Certainly, I think if inflation does begin to pick up at some stage in the future, monetary authorities have the usual toolkit in which to address that, which is through interest rate rises. So, if you do have a situation, but again, I don't envisage this being anytime soon. If you do have a situation down the road of inflationary pressures creeping in, not just in the domestic economy, but across the European economy, then the ECB and the monetary authorities can address that by raising interest rates. But I think at this point in time, with most economies registering, double-digit contractions in economic activity and likely to register contractions in economic activity, certainly for the first 6 months or a couple of quarters of 2021, inflationary pressures are not really a concern at this point in time.
Yeah, if I may add to that, I guess a couple of things to maybe watch in this space would be, like, naturally we've had declines in unprecedented declines in oil prices, right, which is a key indicator of the cost of the basket of goods and services for households. So given those declines, that has definitely taken some steam out of the inflationary pressure. The labour market, given the increase in the unemployment rate, the labour markets, wouldn't be, the degree of slack in the labour market will naturally take some of the pressure from increases in wages, which we would have seen potentially building just before the onset of this pandemic. I guess the unknown at this stage is the extent to which maybe disruptions in supply chains or industry linkages across countries may unravel, that may change the price of goods and services available in the next period. But I think that will have to be, we'll balance that off against adjustments in the labour market and in commodities prices like oil. So I think there will be offsetting effects in those contexts.